Well, now, a very good friend of yours, Representative McHugh, has been appointed by President Obama as the next Secretary of the Army, which is, a real honor for the North Country. And you had announced that you would be interested in that post, and you have since said thank you, but no thanks. So you really would have, my God, the next thing after that would have been the President of the United States.
Well, I mean, it's funny when you talk about, Barack Obama was a state senator before he became a U.S. senator for only a couple of years, and now our president.
Right.
But really what happened in the McHugh thing, and by the way, I think that was an excellent choice by President Obama. John McHugh has done an extraordinary job as a congressman representing the 23rd District, and he is going to be a great Secretary of the Army. I think we can all be proud of him, and he will do an extraordinary job. When that opportunity presented itself to him, many people began to call me, and it happened very quickly, to say, would you be interested? You should look at it, consider it. And all I said at the time was, well, we'll assess it, and then it takes a life of its own. But I really, my interest and my focus remain and continue to be in serving in the Senate and representing the people of the 47th District. That was kind of one of those fleeting things where I was really flattered that people would ask me to look at it, and it's something you had to quickly take an assessment of. But and that's why I wanted to make sure that we took our name out of that mix before people started to obviously there are many issues that are facing the nation too, and I think I could be helpful, but this is where I want to be, and this is where my time and efforts have been dedicated and will continue to be.
Now, let me ask you this question. As far as that district is concerned, which is now being served by, or he is serving the people of that district, Representative McHugh, that's not part of your district? Let me reword it. I mean, you're not a resident of that district, so.
Well, you don't have to be a resident of a congressional district to run for Congress, even though I believe you should. And I literally live about a mile outside of the line of the 23rd District because it has, in northern Oneida County, it has the town of Lee, and I live in Rome. So we're literally a mile outside of where the line is. So that's why when they said, would you look at it, you had to at least take a quick look at that situation and assess it accordingly. But that is kind of where the seat is. Probably 11 counties. I can't remember if I have all the counties now down, but the predominant area is the North Country. Where it would be Jefferson, St. Lawrence, Oswego County, Clinton County, Hamilton County. And I do represent, one of the other reasons, that I think people had indicated that you should take a look at it is because I represent, obviously all of the Oneida County part of it, as well as Lewis County and most of St. Lawrence.
Yes, you're right. I'm sure that had to be a factor in it. Well, it seems that no matter where you go and run, you're always a winner. So that would have really been a nice honor for you too. So maybe there might still be a chance for you. Who knows? Who knows what the future brings? But there's one other thing that I want to mention to you. The other day I was in your Utica office, and I know the staff people from before, and I'll tell you, you made a good choice in the selection of these people because I like the way they represent looking out for you. When a constituent goes into the office, I went there to ask, to make an appointment with you to ask to be a guest on the show. And everybody that I talked to, Brian is just a great, great person. I love the way he's always looking out for you. And that's great because I've been there and done that to make sure that that you make your boss look good on every level. The female persons are very lovely, very courteous, very kind, and your communications director on the telephone was very nice too. So I really do appreciate it. I want to tell you that because I think that you would like to hear that.
Well, thank you, and I think I'll pass that along to them too because that'll mean a lot to them. And
yeah,
we got a small staff, Lou. We don't have a lot of people, but they're all good people and people who come from the area and really want to make a difference in people's lives. I know we dealt with on a couple of other issues you brought to our attention, and So, yeah, they try to be as responsive as they can. We can't always get a resolution to a problem, but we do our best, and more times than not, we do get that resolution. So I'm glad to hear that they continue to, you know, when they meet people, that people are pleased with how hard they're working for them and their demeanor, because that means a lot, you know.
And I like the way the admiration they have for you and looking out for your back, which is all very important, because, you know, these people here can also affect the way people think when they get into the voting booth. So it's very, very important that everybody be on the same page.
Right.
And
service is very important.
Yeah, and I was very impressed. So I just want to pass that along. Well, you know what? I don't know, co-host. I know that you're very busy, and again, I appreciate what you did. So we usually go a lot longer than this, but I think in light of the situation, what's happening in Albany, I want to thank you for your time. And
wait, I have one more question for the senator.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Because I don't get to talk to senators on a daily basis, so this is my one chance to ask the question that's been on my mind. And well, last year, Governor Patterson came out and stated that he's going to recognize gay marriage as a legal entity, and I said to myself, well, that's certainly for litigation purposes. And then, you know, this past week, Joseph Bruno came out and he said he's changed his mind on gay marriage, and I'm wondering what the climate in the Senate is regarding gay marriage, and has there been a shift?
Well, I mean, there's been a lot of efforts to lobby. I think it's much more intensified, and there's been all types of legislative tactics employed, which is allowable, you know, to try to present various points of view. I think in the past, the bill really languished, but I think because of society changes and because of new members and because the Assembly passed the bill and this governor is a strong supporter of the bill, that's why you saw so much attention and focus on that, and it sits in the Senate right now with Senator Duane as its sponsor. I'm not sure what will happen. I wasn't sure how. It did not appear that it had the votes to pass several weeks ago. I don't know what will happen now, whether the issue can even be brought up, even though I know the governor would like to do that. But I think even in an extraordinary session right now, that would be wrong for him to try to bring any of these social bills up when there are such critically important economic issues that have to be dealt with. So I think what's happening, what you're seeing, is a lot more attention and a lot more of an organized effort. And that's where you get with the Bruno thing, you know, where, you know, if you have a guy who was opposed that now says he's for, you want to really highlight and showcase that. And I think that's what you're seeing right now. Both sides on the issue are really intensifying their lobbying and their PR.
Okay, well, you know what? I want to thank you again, Senator, and, you know, I consider Rome, New York, my adopted hometown, even though I've been a resident of Utica all my life. I worked there, and I have a lot of friends there, and I got a special place in my heart for Rome, New York. And your mother and father are two of the reasons for that. So, you know, I keep saying that I want to go visit them, and I saw Father Kelly last night, who's a Roman Catholic priest, the parish pastor of St. Paul's. And I told him I'm going to go up and see him, so maybe I can visit both parties while I'm up there in Rome, New York.
Well, Lou, it's very easy because Father Kelly is literally 2 blocks away.
There you go.
If you go to St. Paul's, you can actually bring Father Kelly with you over to see him if you wanted to come.
Hey, very good.
But they'd love to have you. I know they'd love to have you. And as I said before, Lou, you are highly respected and admired by a lot of people across the entire region, not only in Utica, but across all of our region. And thank you for your help and your advice in the past. And I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to be on the show. And I want to thank your son also, and I want to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Well, thank you very much, and you do have a nice weekend. We'll be watching out for you here as we watch the news headlines. And good luck. I hope everything's resolved in the next 7 days.
Thank you, Lou.
Okay. Bye.
Right.
Have a nice weekend.
Bye now.
Bye, Senator.